Oh yeah, no, he needed to not.
Like we recognized it.
He needed to not be the guy.
He's going to turn to dust at any
Yeah,
moment.
but look at the difference. We saw our guy. We're like, this guy's rambling and crazy. You know what? Shouldn't be the president.
Yeah.
Everyone agreed, not going to be the president.
Yeah.
They're like, no, he's fine. And it's like, you think he's fine? Would you let him watch your infant child? Would you go out of town overnight and put your infant child's care in the care of Donald Trump? No? Then why the fuck would you let him have the nuclear codes? It's crazy.
Do you think he could get a job at McDonald's?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. He would get fired from any job
Immediately.
he would ever have.
I told my we got it.
Welcome back to the SHUDcast.
I'm maybe Canadian Curtis.
I'm maybe British Austin.
I'm probably also maybe Canadian Cody.
You know, I'm moving to Australia.
Australia cunts, we ain't here to fuck spiders.
Coming for you. Yes, listeners, we are recording this on the most tense night in our nation's maybe history, and we're going to keep that shit light because it's taking over our lives just as much as it is. And
Yes.
we're here to talk about motherfucking movies.
I'm excited to spend the next hour and a half just talking with my bros about movies that we love. What a lovely distraction
great one.
from the literal fireworks that are going to be going on outside.
And coming from someone whose least favorite show on television is the news.
Yeah.
And tonight is the worst of the episodes,
Yes.
right? Tonight is the episode like that. It's like the art episode in Breaking Bad with the fly that like is annoying.
Oh,
Right?
you didn't like that episode?
No, that's a good episode.
Of filler episodes, that's a brilliant one.
It
It's
is.
great.
Okay.
They're called bottleneck
Bottlenecks.
episodes
All right, of the bottleneck episodes.
because they have to be cheap.
Well, moving on.
And also, you know who directed that one?
No.
Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
Ryan motherfucking Johnson.
Anyway.
Cool.
You
Do you
didn't
know who Ryan
realize
Johnson is?
you were stepping
Yes.
in that puddle when you
You don't
said
like Ryan
that.
Johnson? Hold on. You don't like Ryan Johnson?
I'm not. I'm about to be attacked, and I can feel it. Ryan Johnson is a great director.
I don't like the
He
way
has
you
good
said it.
opinions.
I liked what you said. I don't like the way you said it.
Why?
Ryan Johnson.
I said a fact that you would agree
I know,
with.
but I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it.
Why?
See, I still don't
great.
believe this.
We're so torqued up over
he's
this.
a great
this
director.
is-
You're day one. You're getting killed in my administration. You're just
Why?
You're just out because you're sassing me.
I'm not sassing you.
Yeah.
Lucas, what are you trying to say about
Ryan Johnson and Quentin Tarantino are stoked on Joker Part 2.
Are they really?
Yeah. And
Quentin Tarantino?
Tarantino. He said the same thing
hard
Nick
one.
said to me. He's like, what if Todd Phillips, right? He directed it as the Joker. Like this, and it was the thing I was talking about. Like he is tanking this movie kind of as on purpose. And Nick tapped into it. Tarantino tapped into it. And now I got to see this movie.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, and I think you got to see this movie too. I think it's going to be great.
I will watch it at home.
Joker 2?
I will absolutely watch it at home.
Maybe.
I think it ends up
It's
being
too
great.
long.
I also have. I will if that is purposeful. If it comes through in the film, you could say as much as he wants to say about if he purposely did whatever. If it comes through in the film and it works, I think I will still be like, well, yeah, well, you made a movie like an asshole. Yes. So
Yes.
that sucks.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have a relevant story or thing I was going to share, but I forgot and I can't share it on air. So remind me later.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Patrons pay us
Okay.
$15,
Or I'll tell you when you cut it.
Cool story,
Okay, great.
bro.
Fine, you don't get to hear my story.
This is the Horror Movie Podcast where we discuss films freaky out and the friendships are even freakier. We're here to discuss horror movies.
Yes, we are. We're going
are.
to talk about things we've watched, mostly horror, and then we're going to have a good time. And I'm not going to promote anything. Because we're trying something.
Because we think the powers that be are suppressing us.
We do.
We are testing the algorithm. Although, am I allowed to say I'm testing the
gonna
algorithm? Or have
is
I
this-
now
have we already
pissed off
fucked
the
it?
algorithm?
Might have pissed off the.
You know what? Just to be safe, future Curtis, can you bleep every time we say algorithm?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just bleep all of this.
No. You
Then
just
put a
cut it
producer's
out.
note.
No, because I also want to annoy the algorithm. So if we bleep the algorithm, I'm just giving Curtis word. won't know we're talking about.
Oh, this will sound funny. These fucking are taking our jobs.
What's funny about every beep before this, it was only a tiny minuscule beep in the middle of the word. You still could understand what the word said. That beep was huge. You had no idea what you just said.
If you're confused, just think about a former vice president and percussive instincts.
What?
Al Gore.
Wow.
Percussive instinct.
I don't know. That's the best I can come up with.
Percussive instinct.
That's good.
Is that on the
it.
fly?
Yeah.
That was stupid clever.
Thank you,
You're
Cody.
very
We're
welcome,
good.
Austin.
I
We're
think
good
so
at what
too.
we
If
do.
you want more jokes like that, I can't tell you where to find them.
Come back next week when our algorithm is better.
But if you listen to like last episode, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yes, listen to any old episode and go to the place I told you to go.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Wow, we want to talk about the shit we've been watching?
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Mine is admittedly quite short because
Yeah.
there was a lot of Dodgers World Series in there, which we fucking
sure
won. Yes! So there were a few nights that would have been horror movie nights that became Dodger nights, and I regret nothing. But I guess I'll start. No, I won't start.
Or one night that was a horror movie night that became a horror movie night and a Dodger night.
That is
Yeah.
true. That was the best night of all. Man, the last couple of weeks, I was thinking about this the other day. Especially my my Halloween week was just such a big and wonderful week. Dodgers win the World Series. Halloween. My wife opens a play. Go see that. Next day, I go to Danny Elfman at the Hollywood Bowl.
Fucking
Yes.
Have an amazing time. I mean, it was just like jam packed day after day. Great
Yeah.
week.
And
But-
likewise, Dodgers won the World Series. I went to an Opeth concert. It was Halloween. I went and saw Danny Elfman. Mm-hmm. It was a magical,
incredible show. too.
it's an incredible show.
incredible show.
I love how much I celebrate Halloween throughout the entire month. I had like one function to go to twice a week, weeks leading up to the actual holiday. The actual holiday, I had nothing to do. I thought I was going to get trick-or-treaters, but then Nick told me, like, oh, in this complex we don't get people.
Yeah.
So I spent a very peaceful, self-reflective Halloween. I did the actual thing it was like kind of meant for, which is like a lot of reflecting.
Oh,
a lot
hell
of,
yeah.
did
That's
a like a
fantastic.
cool, nice Halloween
Very nice.
thingy.
I did
Yeah.
the trick or treater thing with my parents.
See, I would have loved to do that
Which
too.
is great.
But yeah,
I mean,
this
their house
turned
is
into-
crazy. It was probably like 500 kids over the course of the night.
that
amazing.
picture was
I love
insane,
that.
Dude, it's
like out of a movie.
yeah, it's insane.
That's awesome.
It's insane.
And
So
I,
fun.
I went to bed early.
Hell yeah.
Also fun.
Yeah.
I think
So we all had a
normal
great
time.
Halloween. How was your Halloween? Tell us somewhere.
Guys, I'll start the movie things because I'm excited to talk about the things I've
Yes,
yeah,
okay,
man.
that's a crossover
we did Shitty Movie Friday with Cody,
too. Hell yeah!
Yes, we did.
Friday.
and we watched the powerhouse that is Malignant.
Still rocks.
Pound
Still
for
love
pound.
Yeah,
it.
that was so funny to watch the split in the crowd of like woo, of like us going woo, and then the rest of people going what
What is this?
Well, and then also like a group of people that really have no concept of what they're about to be what they're about to go through,
Yeah.
especially that third act. I think I looked at one of
Yeah.
you and like they're not prepared for the third act. They're not.
No.
Listeners, if you're unaware, every Halloween I throw an annual Halloween party called Shitty Movie Friday, where I invite a bunch of my friends over and I order them pizza and oftentimes buy them beer, and we sit in my backyard and watch a couple of movies that I pick on a 150-inch screen, and it tends to be of the shitty quality.
Yes, although in this case, one shitty,
That's-
one great.
Maddie this year was like, can we maybe do like one that like isn't
like watchable.
like as a watchable movie?
Yeah.
And I said yes. And I picked a movie that unfortunately she still doesn't like.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
she agreed that it was a good fair middle ground.
Okay, so that was the ask for this year.
But yeah, because
Yeah.
it was gonna be Blood for Dracula.
Hell yeah.
Which would have
R.I.P. to the director of that.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Paul
say,
Morrissey.
I thought you were about to tell me that Udo died. and I was
No,
gonna be like,
no.
"Excuse me?"
He's old. Udo is oldo, but Paul Morrissey passed away this past week or two.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's terrible. R.I.P. Paul Morrissey. Anyway, Lucas, please continue.
And we followed up that with the powerhouse with the. It's tough because I want to say this might be Jaws 5, but Jaws 5, aka Cruel Jaws, uses stolen footage, which is an upper echelon of shitty movies.
Right. That's fair.
That's your
Yeah.
own league of you've made a shitty movie when
Yeah.
most of it's not your movie.
It can't be touched when you're
Yeah.
just using
I think
plagiarizing.
that's an exact conversation you and I had about
is.
these two movies at one point.
What you had it after fucking we watched it at New Bev.
Yeah.
And outside of that, though, I think The Crawlers might be my favorite.
I loved it.
Shitty movie.
I had so much fun watching this thing.
It's
I
so
loved
much
it
fun.
so much. If you have not seen The Crawlers, you need to find a way.
What's
to
the other
watch
name?
The Crawlers.
The Crawlers, a.k.a. Contamination .7, a.k.a. Troll 3.
Yes, there are no trolls.
No
Spoiler
trolls.
alert: no trolls in this thing. At
Or
all.
a Troll 1 or a Troll 2.
But no, in certain there is a Troll 1 and Troll 2, but in certain markets they marketed this as Troll 3 as the sequel to those.
to get people to see
I
it.
see.
Yes.
Like a la Jaws 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. God, I had so much fun watching this thing.
Yeah.
I loved it so
did?
much.
There was
I stood up multiple times, just in pure shock at the things that I was being shown.
There was a moment that broke him, and I couldn't believe it. It was the first time that I've seen you break like that watching a movie.
Dude, I don't remember what it
Oh,
was.
hell
Do you remember
yeah.
what it was?
No, but I remember that there was a particular moment that I watched that happen. I felt
It's just so insane. It's just like the acting. Some of the acting choices are so insane.
or the scripting.
All of it. It's such a beautiful cacophony of shittery.
It really is.
You have to see it.
What
if you've not
I
seen it.
love more than anything is that Scott brought his brand new girlfriend to this party. Right?
Yeah.
He kept telling her like how much how into horror we are.
Yeah,
She's a
yeah.
big nerd like us, right?
Yeah.
And she likes horror movies a lot. And he's like, you don't really you're not prepared for just how shitty some of these movies are.
Uh-huh.
And then it happened, right?
Yeah.
And when it was done, he turned around and he looked at me and he went, "Wow," because Scott has been to every one of these,
Sure,
right? And
yeah.
he's seen. I just put these as an
he
onslaught.
knows
on him.
about
He
this.
knows.
He knows how it works.
As far as he's concerned, this one is a new bar
Oh, fuck yeah.
for shitty.
It's incredible.
Which blows my mind a little bit, considering that Spookies
I know.
was programmed every year for a while.
I don't know. They're different beasts of shitty.
I think it's that Spookies has actual crazy cool practical effects.
It does
at
have
times.
cool effects.
Yeah.
And Contamination Point 7 has zero cool things about it.
No.
Nothing in that movie is fucking cool.
I mean, look, if you like sticks, this movie's cool as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and then God, dude, playing with the radioactive barrels.
Yeah.
I think that might have been what did it.
Oh,
Just moving them.
just
Oh no, it was
yeah.
the helicopter.
it was the
It was the
helicopter.
helicopter.
It was the helicopter.
What was the scene?
Well, I don't want to spoil this for
Yeah.
our listeners.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
there's a helicopter,
Yeah.
and then there isn't a helicopter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I lost my mind. That's when I stood up. I was like, what?
Most
Yeah.
of the movie, Austin kept just looking at me
Yeah.
to be like,
I was so happy. I was
yeah,
so
that's
because you don't
great.
find these kinds of things that easily.
You
So
don't.
when you're given the gift of this kind of shittery, you have to savor
I know.
Magical
That's why
joy.
We'll be
The-
going
the-
to all those New Bev marathons as much as we can.
The sheriff that looked like he was probably giving the best performance. He looked like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Of
oh,
the entire
oh.
cast, and he was almost too good, so they 80-yard all the lines to suck all the air out of his performance.
They 80-yard every line with a guy who's never acted a day in his life, and they took take one of everything. It was insane. Insane. The levels to which what he's saying does not match what's happening.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Fuck yeah.
Beautiful.
Can't wait to watch this again
That was
too.
Insane. I
another
love it.
great Shitty Movie Friday. Thank you so much for having us, Cody. That was a
Thank you,
brilliant
Cody.
You're very welcome. Shittier Movie Saturday is coming up soon.
Ooh.
Cannot wait.
I watched something that I wish I hadn't waited so long to see, which is Disney's Haunted Mansion.
The newer one?
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
kind of
with
good,
Lakeith
right?
Stanfield.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking good,
Oh,
right?
It's, I
good.
think more than pretty good. It's good. I don't understand.
More than pretty good. It's good.
It's good. I mean, I want to overhype it because it is a children's story or a children's movie, but I think people
It's good
just
time.
don't know how to have fun. And
It's
Yeah.
kind of awesome and super fun.
Yeah.
It's super
exactly.
fun.
Yeah.
Like if I had a kid, it'd be like an every year.
100%.
Yes.
Super fun.
So
there's a
much fun.
weird part of me though that's like, is this movie being made so that Disney immediately gets in front of the rumor that the Haunted Mansion was once a plantation, and so no, we're gonna write this whole lore right now and tell you why this mansion exists and that it's not a plantation in New Orleans, and you don't have to worry about that.
Fantastic.
But-
I mean, it definitely
Yeah,
is
probably.
a plantation.
Yeah, that
It's in
makes
New
sense.
Orleans Square. It's a plantation.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
That's what that is.
That is what it is.
But I thought the story was cool. Lakeith Stanfield is
I love
one of the greatest.
He really fucking.
Yeah.
There's some reaction shots he has that made me cry. I'm
Yeah.
just like, God.
Oh
Yeah, he's great.
He crushed it.
And I have begun a dive into stuff of Guillermo del Toro's I haven't seen or
Yeah.
have not seen in a long time, and I watched Devil's Backbone.
Hell yeah.
What a gorgeous
Nice.
film.
What a movie.
What a gorgeous movie.
I don't remember if I've seen that one or not. I don't think I have.
About the bomb. in
2001.
in the kids'
Orphanage.
orphanage
I
square.
don't think so. I saw Chronos.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this one.
That's yep, another one I watched, did not log. Brilliant.
Chronos?
Chronos
You
is
did?
Cronos
so
is
cool.
fucking awesome.
It's wild.
I think my second favorite movie.
I think of his.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Wow.
think and
Wow.
it's up there for me. It's definitely top 3, I think, for me.
Oh,
that
wow.
is wild. This is a Kronos crazy household.
Yeah.
Because it's
I like it.
It's just such a neat
Yeah.
as far as the take on vampires, it's the coolest idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cracking my top 5 Del Toro, but that's
And then I watched
seen it?
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth, which is my favorite Del Toro movie.
It's
you
probably
had
mine
seen.
too.
I have seen
Okay,
it. Yeah.
Probably my favorite too.
Yeah.
It's just top to bottom. Phenomenal.
Yeah, incredible.
Blows me away.
I can't. I don't know if I can say about that.
Were we all at that screening at the
I think
Academy?
we were. Did we all go to that?
Where he spoke?
Yeah, I
no,
was.
I wasn't there
I don't
because
think
I would
he
have
was
cried immediately.
Yeah, it was
magic.
It was magic.
It was magical.
I'm halfway through his commentary and like watching all the stuff that he's
love
talking about.
listening
What
to
he's
him
done.
talk.
Oh, because I the first time I watched that movie was actually in a Spanish class in high school, and the Spanish teacher would do these like, we're not learning Spanish today, we're doing like Spanish culture lessons.
Yeah.
which is really cool. So that day was we did like a whole month on the Spanish Civil War, and so I think she punctuated that month with this movie.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Which just like sent me, because it's all the symbolism that he's doing with what was going on in Spain during that stuff, and how much is going on in here with the fairy tale stuff, and what's being represented is like,
It's fucking
I
perfect.
just went back through his filmography in my head, and I'm like, nah, it's not top 3. Cronos isn't top 3. Okay, top 3. I was like, wait a minute, is that right?
Welcome back. Only because there are such fucking bangers.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
okay, sure.
no,
it can be.
because in my head I'm like, it totally is, and then I was like, oh wait a minute.
Wait, hold on a second.
Pan's
Pan's
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Shape of Water.
Shape of Water.
Crimson
Hellboy,
Peak.
Crimson Peak.
Crimson
yeah.
Peak.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, Hellboy 2.
Hellboy 2?
I do like it more than Pacific Rim.
That's fair.
I would put it I don't know. Hard to say.
it's tough.
I don't have to. So I
Yeah.
won't.
Riker Del Toro's. No, we'll do that. We'll do
All right.
that later.
Guillermo del Toro is so good. Went to go see in the theater because it hadn't been in the theater in a long time.
I'm sorry. Did you just?
Yeah.
Did your brain just?
No.
You slopped right through that name.
Guillermo
Guillermo
del-
del Toro.
No, Guillermo del Toro.
He did that. He did the Palma thing.
Oh, Palma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's Palma.
Oh, he's Palma. Okay.
I saw Venom Last Dance.
Yeah, so did I.
Wow, I wasn't expecting it to
If
be
you hadn't
good.
seen the other two Venoms,
No.
What?
that's really neither a Jess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Both of us were
I
like,
love Venom 1.
I don't.
I never saw Venom 2, and I haven't seen this one.
I haven't seen any.
But I
of
thought
these.
Venom 1 kind of rocked.
I guess
He was being a bully about it.
Venom.
Me?
Yeah, you were shitting on Venom 1.
Was that really?
Yeah.
Probably. Then I watched it and was like, this is fun.
It's fun as hell. Well, maybe it was more Sean.
I think
I know he was.
Oh,
I was probably
he's
like,
a
Venom came out. I think during like peak superhero fatigue.
Yeah.
So
Which is why I liked it, because it was like refreshing.
Yeah,
well,
that's
it's
what.
interesting.
Like it's fucking weird.
My
It's
thing
fucking
about this
weird.
was like it doesn't feel superhero-y. It kind of feels more sci-fi than superhero because he's not like doing tropey superhero things. He's got powers. He's got a
'Cause
weird
he's not
power.
really a superhero.
No,
is what I like. About
He's just a guy with an affliction kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, he's a guy with an alien parasite.
Yeah.
And then
That's what
the
that
way
is.
Jess put it's like Tom Hardy acting against himself. I want every day of my life.
Yeah, it's great. Like that's the best shit about it. Like all the like plotty military stuff in it. I'm like, nah. Like the movie knows. I truly believe this is a movie and a franchise that knows how to do bad well. And
Yeah.
in this movie in particular, there's some bad stuff that isn't done well. And I was like, it's kind of boring. But then Venom would show back up and they'd be barefoot walking across the desert, and I'm like, this is cinema. This is
right?
all I want.
Like just all the shoe stuff. Just
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Yeah, it's so weird. We get a dance number.
yeah.
all the shoe stuff.
Yeah,
I've
watch-
seen none of these movies. No,
Yeah,
I'm very
there's
curious.
like him
Yeah.
not having shoes becomes like a theme throughout the movie. It's weird.
Also, in my head, all of these movies are supposed to suck. So I'm not gonna lie. Like when Austin was like Venom 1 rocked, and then
Yeah, it rocks.
you were like, yeah, now I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah. I need to see 2.
These would also be good fits for if you did a different genre for Shitty Movie Friday. Like these are Shitty Movie Friday type.
Maybe
movies
there's like a summer shitty movie Friday.
in a way.
That's already programmed, and unfortunately, it's spoken for with other things.
Maybe a
but
spring shitty movie.
And we
Friday.
can we can
think
cut
about
this
it.
out.
Arbor Day.
We'll discuss.
We're gonna cut this out because I have to sing something. Because from these movies, I guess it was 2.
Cody's address.
They asked Eminem to do a song for this.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you heard it?
Yeah,
And they're like,
yeah.
Eminem, do a hook for a Venom song. He's Venom, 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 Venom. That's the song.
I mean, we might be able to keep that in.
I think you can.
He
I
was
think you
so
can
far
probably
away.
keep that in. I think you can probably keep that in. Yeah.
I mean, he
Well,
made
no,
it.
that's between that being commentary and the fact that like I don't believe that was in any semblance of the melody.
No.
I know every
then-
lyric to that song. We could do it right now if we wanted to. Yeah, fucking what a fun little weird.
Did you
time.
watch
And that's
anything else?
it.
That's it?
And the scene du jour.
Okay, I will go through mine quickly too, since we've already talked about some of them. We will start with we had spooky.
Before you start, may I have a sip of
Oh yeah,
this bottle?
yeah.
Shall we introduce this
yeah.
bottle?
Yeah, so a very very nice listener of ours, Liam,
Liam 2?
Liam 2.
Or Better Liam.
Better Liam. Was it Better?
Who's to say now?
Better Liam. We called him that on a certain place that you can access to sometime. But Better Liam reached out and said that he heard us talking about tequila on one of our episodes and wanted to send us a bottle of a tequila that he loves, which is a Patron XO Cafe. It's coffee liqueur. And I'm not going to lie, it kind of fucking rules.
It's something.
Liam, I don't enjoy it. You know what? It tastes like Jägermeister for children.
Kinda, yeah.
Like they were like, we want Jägermeister.
No, that's
but
Jägermeister. Jägermeister is
no,
the
but you know, Jägermeister is like
pump it with sugar.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
Jägermeister's got the like licorice flavor, but this is like no, but we need
molasses.
We need molasses.
Yeah.
It does taste a little
It's
like
got
tequila molasses.
I like it. It's good. It's not at all what I expected. Because when I opened it and I saw the liqueur on it, I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Liam 2, are you drinking this straight or like how are you drinking this?
How do you drink this?
Whole milk?
I imagine
Whole milk.
that might be pretty rad. I imagine there's a cocktail.
Oh, dude, white Russian,
A white
with
Russian
this.
with
a white
this.
Russian, but without the with vodka or with this instead of the vodka.
I think that would kind of rock. I think there's a world where this kind of rocks when it's used right, but we're drinking it neat.
straight, and half
I
the
don't
bottle is
know.
gone, almost.
yeah. Anyway,
This
regardless of my feelings or anyone's feelings, thank you so much for
Thank
sending.
you.
Yeah,
That was
super
very
awesome.
sweet.
Thank
And
you.
anyone else listening who wants to send us something, yes, please do. We'll give you Cody's.
I'll
address.
try all your weird liquors. Like you send them. I'm the most adventurous probably when it comes to
Yeah.
weirds.
Do you have a liquor that has like a snake or deer dick in it? We'll try it.
I tried snake whiskey in Japan. That was awesome.
I've had
Yeah.
snake tequila.
Have you had,
Where they had like a big snake
Yeah,
in a
it's
jar.
in
and you-
tequila. Yeah.
have you had deer dick gin?
Twice.
What? No.
Well, then please send us some deer dick gin. And
And-
if you can't find it, make it.
And by the way, just for clarity,
Circumcise a deer. Get a bottle of gin.
we've already agreed that the address for the liquor to be sent to is actually Curtis's address.
Absolutely.
Yeah, strangers are getting my address for that. Jess is happy.
Jess is so happy. She walked into the house with the bottle. She goes, "They sent this to my house."
Yes, they know.
Thank you, Liam. Super
Yes.
rad. We had in addition to Shitty Movie Friday, we also had Spooky Movie Night the night before at our mutual friend's studio.
Yes, we
oh,
did.
yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
We had the pleasure of watching the 1986 film Trick or Treat.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
With the actor and uncredited writer Glenn Morgan.
Yes.
Which was super rad.
Rad as fuck.
To have
Super
him
fun.
come in and talk about the history of the film and it being made. Listeners, if you haven't seen this movie, seek this fucking thing out. It is such a zany, fun, weird little heavy metal time.
It is so wild.
It's a
so
great
weird.
time. It's wild and weird.
It's a super
great
fun time.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Big fan. Synapse just put out a 4K set that's really cool. Mine arrived the other day. It's
really?
It's beautiful. It's one of the
Damn.
better 4K sets I've ever purchased.
In that movie, I wanted to ask Glenn. I don't know if I can ask him. That movie was shot in 4:3. Oh, okay. I thought you put it on.
That was so unintentionally shitty. Oh, I thought you put it on.
Yeah, well, I mean, I put on a DVD.
Yeah, I thought you put on the new 4K.
Oh, we
And you
just
didn't
buy
immediately
things and don't
recognize
watch
the
them.
aspect
no,
ratio?
no. Excuse me. I have not put in played the disc
it's
yet.
just a
I
gorgeous
just-
fucking
yeah.
set.
It's
Yeah.
a gorgeous set. I know. We just watched
Wow.
it. I don't need to watch it immediately.
I would want to know what it looks
Cunt
like.
has been served.
And
Cuntiest horror movie podcast in America.
there's a world where we can announce something related that is coming out.
This
in
is
the
true.
future.
Yeah, we can announce this, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the future, keep your ears out for this. We will have the pleasure of director, actor, writer Glenn Morgan and his wife Kristen Cloak are going to be on the program with us. We are going to talk to them about Glenn's marvelous remake, as far as I'm concerned, of Black Christmas.
Black Xmas, baby.
The early 2000s one that came out.
I'm so excited.
So fucking excited. Listeners, for those of you who don't know, Glenn Morgan is largely responsible for X-Files, Final
Yeah.
Destination, the Black Christmas remake, The One. Yeah.
Jet
That's-
Li's the
dude.
one.
Yeah.
We're having the one on.
Wait,
here.
hold on.
I was waiting.
The one?
He
Yeah, man.
directed
You didn't know
it, right?
that yet? I don't know if he...
I don't think he directed.
No,
it.
he
wrote it.
No, yeah, Jim Wong directed it. He wrote it. He
yeah.
wrote it and I think produced it with Jim Wong.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wrote the one.
Lucas.
Oh,
you
we're
have to-
changing that. We're not talking about Black Christmas. We're talking about the one. I am.
Did you not realize this?
No.
Yeah, you've got to prep, man.
But yeah, listeners, keep your ears out for that. That will be coming to your ear holes sometime in December.
Yes. So stick around.
Stick around. We had Shitty Movie Friday. We won't revisit that. I rewatched the remake of Fright Night because Curtis had me curious.
Yep. Yes, he has me curious.
He had me curious because it had been a while since I've seen it. He's not wrong. It's awesome.
See?
It is awesome. I don't think it beats the original.
Haha, fool.
But I do see why Curtis likes it more than the original. Like I really do. There's like a lot of flavor that happens in there that's really cool and unique that isn't in the original. And there are beats that they do in the remake that are, I think, are like an enhanced version of moments in the original that might be a little bit dry.
Yeah.
And so this like kind of injects like fuel and life into it. Solid fucking movie.
Yeah.
And the Peter Vincent Vegas show
perfect.
that has to exist.
Yeah,
I need it to
know.
exist.
Yeah, we gotta
and
produce
I
this.
want his apartment, okay, or loft or whatever he has in Vegas. I want that.
It's so cool. I forgot all about the Midori shit.
Yeah, dude.
I was just cackling. He's just got like a holster for his fucking
it's ridiculous.
green melon liqueur.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Like honestly, like the one of the reasons to like not fuck with or to call original Fright Night unfuckwithable is fucking Peter Cushing. Like
It is.
it's great. How do you maybe do something almost as good as that? David Tennant is like a goth Chris Angel.
Yeah, goth Chris Angel that's like
fun.
crazy to the not. Have you not seen this?
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
it's absolutely
Hold
worth
on.
watching.
Chris Angel is goth.
Goth Chris Angel.
It's a lot of fucking fun.
Air quotes.
Strong recommend if you haven't watched it. One of the few remakes that I think like is like really recommendable.
Nice.
That's a whole box. I don't know if we want to open up.
There's
No,
a whole.
we don't wanna open his box.
Let me clarify. There is a
he's
whole
opening your
box.
box.
Well, no, we're on it. We're talking about it. There is a whole box of remakes that I think are recommendable.
Yes.
Full stop. Okay. Right? Like I'm not gonna go and like recommend certain remakes to people.
Okay.
I think we were talking about one the other day though, which might not be a popular opinion, but I'm gonna bring it up now. The fact that there is a world where I kind of think that maybe Alexandra Aha's version of The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, way better.
Might actually be better than the Wes
Way
Craven
better.
version.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen
I don't
either.
even hesitate.
I remember-
It kicks the shit out of
Dude,
me.
when that motherfucker bites the parrot's head off in the remake, and I remember watching that in theaters and being like, God damn!
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's crazy. Anyway, I rewatched Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, fun.
Which
Yeah.
I had not watched in a long fucking time.
I don't
Same.
know if I've ever fully watched that.
Really?
I've seen bits and bobs, but I don't think I've ever.
I don't think the atmosphere of it doesn't quite capture me the same way that it did when it came out.
It's like this is a proper cult movie.
Yeah,
right? You know?
but it's still so fucking fun.
Wasn't that coming pretty hot off the heels of Cabin in the Woods?
I think it's before it.
yeah, same era.
Same area. Yeah, it's
Same
still
era.
like the
Click
early
on it.
20. It's 2010.
Yeah, but just before.
So we're kind of in that
However, shot at the same time.
parody, subverted-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, Cabin in the Woods is a year later. Cabin in the Woods is the stronger film,
Yeah.
I think.
I
But
haven't.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a really good time, and it's a fun little. I think the difference is that like where Cabin in the Woods does this thing where everything is on the nose, but it's so clever, right? Whereas Tucker and Dale versus Evil, it's very on the nose, but it's just not quite clever enough.
Yeah. It's like okay. Yeah.
Have you not seen this?
I have. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
And you've seen this? Okay. Then for Halloween, I did a little.
yeah.
I did a 3B of me and Maddie were having a debate on what to watch. I had a bunch of things
Yeah.
in my mind.
That list you sent to us.
We didn't watch one of those.
I know. I
Lesbos
noticed that.
Vampiros 1 through 36.
Yeah, we didn't watch one of those films. In fact, I still have a stack of cinephile films over there that I'd rented for that week that I have not watched yet. I also had this plan to watch my entire Coffin Joe set that I bought from Arrow. And like basically that was gonna be my October. Didn't watch a single one of them. Life's been too fucking busy. But I rewatched Ghostbusters 2 for the first time in a long time.
Damn. Okay.
In my head, that's always been my favorite. It's not.
Okay.
It falls. That's a kind of a boring movie at times.
Oh, I haven't
Okay.
seen it in so long, but
been a long time.
also in my head, it's the best. I love it so much.
I love moments of it more than the first one, more than obviously more than the remakes. But there's a solid like 40 minutes of that movie that's like this is kind of fucking boring.
It's got my favorite Renfield in it, right?
Yeah.
That guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah.
Or something. Or other? Yeah. He's great.
Yeah, he's great. And he's in Addams Family Values.
Yes.
He's awesome.
I rewatched for the first time in I don't know how long Zombieland.
Okay. Yeah.
I
All
haven't
right.
seen that in forever as well.
Does not hit the same for me. As
Yeah,
it
it's
did
interesting.
at all. it's still fun, but it's almost like it's kind of there's a point where it's like this is kind of annoying.
I feel like it's very of its time.
Yeah,
and probably doesn't hold up that well.
There's a few moments that hold up. What we've all seen this.
Yes.
Yeah, and listeners, if you haven't, I guess spoiler alert, but for a movie that's
long,
pretty
this
fucking
is
old.
one where it's like step one, keep your cardio up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but like that Bill Murray moment is still like that doesn't change. Woody Harrelson in general is still hilarious. Jesse Eisenberg is grating in that movie. Grating.
It took a long time for me to get on the Jesse Eisenberg train. Yeah. He's just a little too neurotic for me.
Yeah, he's
like, relax.
Kind of, buddy. Kind of annoying. Then I rewatched maybe the best superhero movie ever made, Blade 2.
Oh, Blade 2!
Fuck yeah, Blade 2.
Another Guillermo Toro.
I forgot to write that down. I watched that too.
Did. Guillermo Toro.
Another Del Toro.
No, Toro.
Another Toro.
Guillermo Toro,
Toro.
Another Guillermo Toro. Magic.
Dude.
Fucking so cool.
It's so
just
cool.
the coolest shit.
You forget some of those character actors in there. That's Donnie Yen.
Yeah, dude, I completely forgot about that. It's so cool.
It's so fucking cool.
And the guy that's in Hellboy 2 that plays the villain in Hellboy 2.
Yeah.
So good.
I can't remember his name, but Novak in Blade
2. Then Maddie and I rewatched Coco.
I'm so sorry. I have something to say. I was trying to think of what my thought was, what I was trying to tie it to, and now I remember. The bit in Blade 2, when he pulls the light grenades at the end, and he goes, "You did not know who you were fucking with."
Oh,
One of the coolest things ever.
Yeah.
Compare that to Vin Diesel in Pitch Black when he kills the thing.
Same chills.
And just but just knowing that Vin Diesel hated saying that line so much, I'm just very curious if there was any hiccup on that in Blade 2. I don't know. Anyway,
what do you mean hiccup on that?
Like I wonder what Wesley thought of that. I wonder if Del Toro was like, "Yeah, this is fucking awesome," because it is fucking awesome.
It rules.
Yeah, it's so cool. Anyway, I just had that connection thought I wanted to.
It was also fun to watch Norman Reedus again, not be this. He's like a spunky, like the gadget guy.
Life. Yes.
Him and Chris Christopherson are so fucking fun together.
R.I.P.
Sorry, go ahead. Coco, Cody.
I think it's my favorite Disney movie.
I still haven't watched it.
Tears and tears.
Yeah, every time, dude.
I'm gonna pretend you said Pixar, and it might be one of my favorite Pixar movies as well.
Isn't it Disney Pixar?
Yeah, but there are other Disney movies that you're contractually obligated to say.
I'm sorry.
But it's up there,
Let me correct myself.
It's up there.
Let me correct my statement.
Coco's beautiful. I love it so. I weep. That song.
When he's singing "Remember Me" to his grandma.
Yes. Every time, tears and chills.
Come on.
Every time, just the most poignant and beautiful messaging throughout that film. Just
Absolutely.
magic.
I really go after Pixar though, because like I feel like I'm like you were just fighting for these moments, and they feel cheap at some points. That one doesn't feel cheap.
Not a moment of that.
I feel like
cheap.
Inside Out 2, I'm like you're just doing now. You're just like really trying to get me to cry.
Inside Out 2's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's mostly fine. I think Pixar in this like modern era just goes for kind of cheap crying now, but Coco does not. Coco is authentic.
Coco, absolute perfection. Then I did a little thing because I said that if listeners, anybody that's been listening for a while, at least for the last, 10, 12 episodes, knows that I put on my calendar for November 3rd that on November 3rd.
See what I'm doing, Cody?
I was going to watch Rebel Ridge. And I did. Wow.
Kaylin's watching that right now with her mom. Yeah.
Wow.
Cody, speak about it.
What a film, man. What a fuck. So I knew nothing about this movie other than what you guys had told me. I didn't watch the trailer. All I'd seen was the poster. I knew it was Jeremy Saulnier, and I knew that you guys all loved it, and that Lucas said it was the hardest bike ride in the entire history of filmmaking.
Yes.
Right? And I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
And I now do. What a fucking movie.
Dude,
it's like
freight train.
Movie.
It's a freight train.
Admittedly, when it started, I was like, okay, I have an idea of exactly where this is going to go. It did not do that at all.
Yeah.
And it was so creative what it did. The moment and there were several moments in that movie that I will talk about that just completely and totally fisted me in the stomach.
Yeah.
Okay. Just in my belly button.
Pure distension.
Yes.
Like in your butt.
Yes.
Pure distension.
Yes.
pushing out.
Yes. Belly button is now an Audi as a result of that movie and that experience. The first was when I looked at his arm and I went, that is a fucking Bad Brains tattoo.
I didn't
no
clock
shit.
that.
I immediately when I saw his arm, because it opens with him listening to Iron Maiden, A Number of the Beast, on that fucking bike right now. I was like, yeah, and I texted you guys. Then you see his arms, and I'm like, that's a fucking Bad Brains tattoo. There is no way in hell that isn't from the first Bad Brains album.
That's amazing.
With the lightning bolt crashing down on the Capitol building, like there's just no way, right? It just blew my fuck. I was like, that's it, that's it, right?
Hell yeah.
Then. And then I was curious, Googled it. It absolutely is, and it seems like very like on the nose for him, for Jeremy Saulnier, given his past in punk music. The moment when he's outside and Don Johnson's walking out, right, and they're Googling what the acronym means, right,
and the Wi-Fi's down.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, and she's like, at the moment that she goes, oh, is that him? Oh shit, is that him on the Wikipedia page? Right? Like I was like, oh fuck, and then it flashes to Aaron Pierre's face, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
what is gonna happen?
make
right?
maps.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the palpable energy of like he is
So good.
and then that whole scene where he doesn't hit anybody.
Yeah.
He just disarms everyone and like just gently sets them down on the ground. It was like,
Right.
oh my God, this is the best shit. This is the best shit.
You asked us when we had watched it, you're like, is it hard like Green Room? We're like, no. And it would be worse off if it was, right?
Yes.
Because that's directly the point of the movie.
Yeah, right.
It cannot be
right,
that hard.
right. And it's and then when it gets hard, right? Because it gets hard.
Sure.
But it gets hard only for that one sequence where he's like throwing smoke bombs.
But the idea is like he can't kill these people.
No, he can't.
Like he can't fuck them up. Really.
right,
you
right.
know?
So good.
just and those moments just completely and totally fucking sent me into another planet of existence. There was only one moment in the movie where I was like, I question this, and that was the moment when the lead opposite of him, forgetting their name, also was the little girl in Willy Wonka.
No shit.
The
Charlie Chocolate Factory?
the Johnny Depp one.
Yeah.
Where the one that chews the bubble gum.
Yeah, Ruka
That's
Salt.
Yeah, that's her.
Wow.
As an adult.
wow.
I was like, I know that person from this place. But the only moment I didn't buy was when they first meet and she's basically like, I will help you. Like immediately.
That is a buy-in.
That
you got to be like,
yeah.
I have to buy into this person.
Anna Sophia Rubb.
Yes.
Anna Sophia Rubb.
And I quickly was able to like buy into it.
Yeah.
But at first I was like,
Sure.
That's quick.
Yeah.
That's quick. That was the only moment where I was like, this is maybe not a perfect movie. The rest of the thing I was like, this might be one of the best movies ever made.
Aaron Pierre?
I'd help him.
I'd help him immediately. Like, what do you need?
You need a
Just
blowjob?
immediately.
What do you need?
He probably didn't have to ask.
Blowjob.
Yeah, is that what you need? 'Cause I'll do that.
I didn't recognize him, but now I know that he was an old.
He was an old. He's mid-sized sedan.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah. And he's going to be fucking John Stewart Green Lantern in the Lantern
I
series.
was like, fucking perfect.
It's perfect.
Oh, also, is he not? He's doing something else with the. Oh, shit. They just put his name in. It's not. Is it a Blade thing?
Okay, Aaron, you have enough.
Yeah, right.
Dude, make him Blade. Make him Blade. Mahershala is, but I thought Mahershala was already out.
No, he's still there.
He's
He's
still
the
in?
one holding
Okay.
on to that fucking thing.
He's the only reason it's even maybe gonna happen.
I'll take Mahershala. What a fucking
I'm
movie!
so happy
There
to
are
hear
more
this.
moments that made me feel like my
36.
belly button was becoming an Audi because
Yeah.
of the fist that was coming through my beehole.
Yeah.
But I can't remember all of them. It was such like a
It's a
surreal
freight train
experience.
because
Yeah.
it just starts and it does not.
No, and that
stop.
thing is fucking like because I saw the runtime and I
long.
was a little bit like,
Same.
Well,
that thing feels like it goes by in the flash of a light.
Some of
bulb.
my favorite shit, too, is the Chinese restaurant shit.
I was about to say the
Really?
Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, because he calls
Oh,
him up and he does the
So
whole
he
voice.
does the voice so good.
Which I will not do here.
So good.
But then
I
he
can do
tells
it.
him who he is. He tells him who it is, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man?"
Yeah. It's so good.
And then when they walk through, and he's on the phone doing the voice, like
Yeah.
getting orders and shit.
Well, I love the way they set that up too at that point because you're still not totally sure what his deal is. So like, there's a moment where you're kind of like, the way like when he makes that first phone call, you're like, is there something shady happening? Like, I love the way that they position that to make the viewer question their own weird bias.
Yeah.
with that brilliant filmmaking, right?
Fantastic. I cheered watching that movie. It was just me and Kayla, and I cheered.
You gotta watch
multiple
that with a
times.
crowd, man. I
It's
wanna
so
see
good.
Fucking people.
Yeah,
Do you,
the
do you
fact
see?
that huh?
Do you see what I mean by joking that it's a sports movie, though? No. Okay. All right. It's just me. All right.
No, I don't. I mean, I think
Remember
I
that
think
joke,
I got the
audience.
joke.
Yeah.
Because of the bike riding,
bike riding and the
and the
jujitsu.
martial arts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Tell again
What?
the joke.
Well, I'm a joke as in I'm kidding. Like it's the greatest sports movie of all time.
Yeah, still nothing.
Why did you turn around?
I don't know.
Do you think he's already punking
So I
you?
thought somebody would help
Like
me.
Aaron Pierre's gonna walk
I thought
in.
someone was going to enter in and
Some
help me.
savior.
Yeah, Aaron Pierre's outside the door. He's gonna come in and tell you the
You
same
know what?
thing.
Let's call him.
And that is what I watched besides tonight's film.
Wow,
Sweet.
I'll go because I'm another shorty boy. I'm just a shorty boy. So, outside of the things we've already discussed, I also watched with my wife Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
That's a fun movie that everyone can approve of. And then on Halloween, for some reason, I watched a movie I've never watched on Halloween, and I watched Scream, the original Scream.
Oh yeah.
Scream.
Fuck yeah.
I just, had a hankering to watch it, and it kind of works. It's kind of an homage to all horror and slasher movies.
Yeah.
So,
It's absolutely a good
It
Halloween
feels like
movie.
a spooky because like school gets let out because there's a rampant killer. You know?
but it feels fall. It's
Yeah.
it's never explicitly said is it fall, is it Halloween, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
great. You know what, guys? Guess what, guys? The movie still rocks.
It fucking rocks.
I
Perfect
watched
film,
I
and-
watched it with my mother-in-law.
And to your point,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
one of the best franchises, if not the best franchise.
I think it's the best horror franchise.
goes on.
Just strictly on like weighted average of every movie.
Yeah.
Like there's no bad ones.
I think Evil Dead still beats it by a mile.
Oh, I didn't think about Evil Dead.
Or you gotta take into account the
it's
amount
shorter.
of films.
It's
we
shorter though.
We
Is
got
it?
5 versus
Yeah.
6 movies.
Well,
we'll
then
have
5
7
versus
soon.
6.
And then if you talk about Alien,
5 is
they're
less than
8.
6.
Yeah.
But then they have, I guess we all agree
there's some
that
shitty
Prometheus
ones.
was. No, Prometheus is still like good. It's not terrible. It's not like a
Prometheus-
1-star.
Are you
thing.
counting
Prometheus
AVPs?
Oh, I guess we
No,
have to, right?
if
If,
you-
yeah.
if you're including 8 movies
those-
and Alien,
Yeah.
that's a big skew.
Exactly.
No,
downward.
man, I think Evil Dead wins.
Yeah.
I think Evil Dead wins still personally, but
I get like I don't know how you math this, but like quantity versus average.
I mean,
Curtis
has
a
there's
formula.
there's one off of
got you.
there's one off between Scream and Evil Dead as far as quantity of films. So
It's still less.
yes, still less technically, but it's one.
Cody,
off. I don't
tonight
think
is the night that
math
counting
matters.
Tonight is the night counting matters the most it will ever matter in
We
this
agreed not
country.
to talk about this.
So counting matters now. 6 is greater than 5.
Yes, but
That's the American public education system, which will be destroyed by the end of the week.
arguably, all of the Evil Dead movies are 5-star films. I would say they are all 5-star films. I would not say that all of the Scream movies are 5-star
Remake's
films.
not good.
Evil Dead? Oh, look at this guy. This fucking guy.
Look what he did. Yeah, yeah.
He's so proud. He's so proud.
Yeah, the moment where, what the fuck did you just say?
It's both of you. It's such a bold statement. You both were still.
Excuse me? Yeah.
Yeah,
what?
you know it's horseshit. You're
Yeah.
still.
My immediate response to that was my immediate reaction was to be like the moment that they put the AI guy in Alien Romulus was the best moment of 2024.
What was that? You want to try that again?
No, I was
I
trying
gave
to
him a
sound
second chance. I give you a
the
second
AI
chance.
guy sounded like a broken person.
Oh, I see.
It was on purpose. It's just a bad bit. Please
is very
continue
good.
with your films.
Those are my films. Everything else we have discussed already.
Dang. for bad bits.
For bombing. I'm with you, baby.
Bums for bombs, baby.
Okay, what did I watch? I rewatched Late Night with the Devil.
Woo!
Because I am solidifying my Respew list, and I had to revisit some of these guys and see what's up. Movie still rocks. Great found footage movie. Sneaky, cool,
Oh yeah.
found footage film.
Let me watch it again.
It's a great time. I love it. I watched Azrael. It fucking rips
Fucking
and roars.
rules.
I loved it so goddamn much.
Rules, dude. So cool.
It is doing a lot. It does a lot. And sometimes I don't know if it all gels together, but
does.
holy fucking
It's like, it does. I'm
It
telling
does.
you right now, it does.
It does.
It does, without question.
it is so much fucking fun though.
It's so much fun.
Proper fucking horror. In a year where we've gotten a lot of I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that because yeah, I'm not going to say that. Could be spoilery. I'm not going to say it.
You mean the fact that in a year that the movie that we all watched, or 3 of us watched almost a year and a half ago, is coming out and it's the best movie of the year?
Now we're talking about Nosferatu?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to say that.
I didn't
Okay.
see that movie.
We didn't. None of us saw it. We'll just believe the title.
Anyway, I was going to say something that happens in Azrael that is similar to other things this year.
Oh! I know what you're
Omen,
talking
I'm
about.
assuming?
What a year for stuff like that.
First Omen.
It is what a year for stuff like that. I have a ranking of that
Those.
of those
Separate.
things. Yes, separate. That's separate and apart from all of the other rankings, and we can talk about them on our year-end review episode.
We absolutely fucking
Oh,
will.
keep your ears peeled for that.
And this is another Samara Weaving masterclass in horror acting. She's just fucking phenomenal. in
And
this
She's
stuff.
always great.
Especially considering that the whole movie she is silent.
Yeah, she doesn't get to use her fucking wild scream.
Really?
Yeah, the whole movie. There's almost zero dialogue in that whole
So
movie.
she does a silent birth? Yeah, I got him. I figured it out. My big brain ain't just for looking.
Hey, you bombed too.
No, that wasn't a bomb. That was an inquisition, and I got everything I needed from those
No,
eyes.
you didn't.
We'll see.
You were wrong.
No, I was not wrong.
Now
okay.
Now did he get it?
Cody, I've never been wrong.
You have.
This
have
is why
a
you're
lot of
first.
times in
this
our
is why
life.
you're first to die when I take
Because I'm honest.
Because you're a dissident.
I finally pulled the trigger on Shout Factory fucking 4K bunch of 4Ks, and I got Halloween 2, so I watched Halloween 2.
Woo!
Still a fun time, you know.
Yeah.
It's got its problems, but like there's some gnarly fucking kills in that movie.
Yeah.
And
It's
I
the
like it.
emptiest hospital.
Emptiest fucking
That's
hospital
always my
ever.
dad's problem.
Yeah.
That hospital's too empty.
Dean Cundy still shoots the shit out of it. It looks fucking impeccable.
Dean Cundy.
Yeah, you said that weird.
Dean Cundy?
Big, harder D.
Dean
Cundy.
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 Then I watched Carved. Jess and I watched that on Hulu, a Hulu original TV movie.
It sucks, right?
I watched Halloween after that.
I heard it sucked. I haven't watched it.
The original Halloween?
Yes.
Oh, the best.
There you go. Just
Sacred
had to do
script.
it. I watched that on Halloween.
Are there
Hey.
any movies that actually suck, or are all movies gifts?
All movies are gifts. I don't know.
And some gifts suck. Like you get socks,
Yeah.
and you're like, I mean, I need them.
Sound
but
of
they
Freedom
suck.
I'm
sucks.
stoked on socks now as an adult.
Oh God.
Space Jam 2 sucks. Sound of Freedom sucks.
They didn't bracket.
Only 2 movies have ever
Yeah,
sucked.
there's only 2 movies that sucked.
Then I watched Hausu.
The one with the
Night of
crazy face
Halloween.
thing? Oh, I've always wanted to watch that.
Yes!
Have you seen this, Austin?
No.
It is maybe the craziest movie
this
I've ever
Japanese
seen in my life.
house?
Fucking
Yes.
best, dude. It's the
House.
fucking best.
Japanese house.
That one horror merch site, Studio Designs,
Studio House.
Studio House,
Yeah.
they fucking love that movie.
Because it's incredible.
It's about a demon cat.
Really?
I don't
Yes.
even know. I can't even begin, Austin. I think you would like this.
Okay.
Can you imagine shutting that down?
It'd be that.
Yeah.
It's so much at all times, but it's like wildly entertaining. It's short.
Maximal weirdness at all times.
Maximal.
The Criterion, every time they do a sale, goes into my cart.
Makes no sense.
You okay?
It
What?
just doesn't get easier.
No.
I will be buying that on the next sale. I've also got some Criterion coupons stacked up.
This
so
is
that's
true.
nice. I will be buying that next sale. It's on the Criterion channel, which is why
Criterion
Which
gets out
one?
good
House
Oh, it
Zoo?
is right now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
House Zoo is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Strong recommend. It's,
Yeah.
it's one of the, that is on Cody's top 100 list.
Came out same year as Suspiria, and I imagine some worldly, artistically inclined, tasteful individual was able to go to an art house in Madrid and watch fucking Hausu and Suspiria back to back, and that would have been it would have been that. Yeah. Yeah.
This man's like, are movies the best they've ever been and that they ever will be right now?
May fucking be. Let's see.
Oh, jeez.
Imagine that, Cody. And
Sorry, I'm sorry. I was trying to do that without hitting your tooth, and I failed.
It's okay.
It's the first thing
It's
that
okay.
immediately hit your tooth.
You'll be killed when I take over.
Good luck. You'll be killed. You'll be killed if you even threaten to run. You'll be poisoned.
oh god, he did it to himself.
That was for talking back. That was for even thinking of running against
You guys don't
me.
get coffee tequila anymore.
You don't tell me how to live my fucking life.
Some guys can't handle coffee tequila.
And a movie that's apt for what we've been doing, which I don't want to disclude it from anyone's potential picks in the future. Also on the Criterion channel, The Curse of the Werewolf.
The Curse of the Werewolf.
Yep, starring the
Greatest actor of all
greatest
time.
actor who's ever lived,
Ron Perlman?
Oliver Reed.
Oh.
This movie is fucking cool. It's good, capital G.
Capital
it takes,
G-O-O D.
Yes.
I think.
It takes too long to get to Ollie Reed, which is a shame.
It is.
It's more than halfway over by the time we get to our main character.
That's very strange.
But I want to watch Hammer movies I haven't seen before, and this is which I haven't seen a lot of Hammer movies. So this is one of their early rise to their peak of their power. But it's a good. There's a lot of interesting shit going on in there with the werewolf lore. Does a couple of things I've never seen them play with ever again.
Yeah,
the movie doesn't. I think this movie actually be really ripe for a remake.
Very ripe for a remake, especially like if anything, just based on like the setting.
Yeah.
Right. The setting is unique compared to most werewolf movies. I feel like.
Yeah. Spain.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, which is great. I love when clearly English and American actors would just like say a Spanish word randomly.
Yeah, right out of nowhere. What Spain? What year does it take place in again?
I can't remember.
Well, regardless.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
It's a good movie. I like that.
It's
movie
really
quite a bit,
good.
Yeah.
It's dour. It's sad.
Very sad.
It's dark.
Cripplingly dark and sad. The end. I remember the end, like finishing it and going like that is not a good time.
No.
I was this close to picking that.
Ah!
This close, but you'll see what edged it out.
Okay, great. I didn't want to ruin that for anybody, but I couldn't. Sometimes Criterion loses these movies, and they're not, especially the Hammer movies, aren't as easy to find everywhere as other things. So like, I got to watch this. Great time. Watch Venom: Last Dance. I watched Sleepy Hollow. Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow.
Woo! Yeah!
Jesus fucking Christ! I had this Blu-ray, which is like an old 2005 Blu-ray. I put it in, and I put this in the Discord.
This is fucking crazy.
Jess and I were watching it, and I put it in. I was like, probably 20 minutes, and I was like, I can't do this. And Jess was like, did you already buy the 4K? I was like, yes, it's coming tomorrow.
Oh, is it? I have the 4K. I haven't watched it yet. Is it great?
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a fucking miracle.
Is it did you get the one with the beautiful slipcover?
I did not get a slipcover. I'm not happy about it.
My edition is so cool.
Oh, yeah?
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah?
I would get it and show it to you, but I don't trust him near slipcovers.
I'm going to buy extra slipcovers and burn them in front of you.
The 4K was like $17. So I was like, as we were watching it, I bought the 4K. I was like, Jess, we have to stop. Stopped watching the Blu-ray and then finished it when the 4K showed up.
I love you. You're a crazy
Did
man.
you get the Steelbook one?
I did not get
That's
the
the one
Steelbook.
that I have. I
You
think.
have the Steelbook one?
The Steelbook with the slipcover.
Yeah. I'm not always sold on Steelbooks.
I don't have that one. No, I'm buying it.
But we watched it, and Jess and I are both like, "Fuck me, is this Tim Burton's best movie?"
Yes, it is.
And it's like, I
so
think
good.
it only doesn't have the emotional core that his other, I think, especially two better movies have. Like Tim Burton at his best is the aesthetics, all the filmmaking techniques, and that emotional core. Sleepy Hollow doesn't have a very great emotional core. You know, I don't think you're weeping at any point in that movie due to any.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You weeping?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes. The sadness
Yeah.
that you feel from Christina Ricci, palpable. Okay.
Great.
Brings me to tears sometimes.
But yeah, so like something like Edward Scissorhands, Ed Wood, even Beetlejuice has that like heart, that really, really sappy heart that works.
Yeah, this doesn't. It's just cold.
But it's just the coolest shit at all times.
Shit. So fucking cool.
There's, I think, like you watch it and you're like you have the memory of the movie in your head, then you see it again, you're like, oh, no one's done this better. No one's done fucking gothic, sleepy town, fog, sets, music better.
It's so good. It's
You
so
know?
cool.
Tim Burton was in his bag on that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then he quickly got out of it.
I don't understand what the fuck happened to him.
'Cause his next movie was TBPOA.
What was the next movie?
Well, look, I guess maybe you have to like. I got to pull out because I got to watch Michael Clark Duncan do like some crazy crap.
Yeah.
And then let's see, because he has Big Fish shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
Big Fish is good.
TBP.
Big Fish is great.
Yeah. TTPO.
TBPOA.
Yeah. TB.
Tim Burton's Planet of the
Oh,
Apes.
got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's all I want.
Dog Soldiers.
What do we watch? Dog Soldiers!
Dog Soldiers.
I'll go first.
Damn it.
Second.
Last.
That makes me third.
All right, Dog Soldiers 2002 film by Neil Marshall. We're going to shut it down in 3, 2, 1. couple of hikers get taken by a creature in the woods, and then we open up on a guy who's trying out for special forces, and Liam Cunningham tells him to shoot dog, doesn't want to shoot dog. And then we cut to that guy and his platoon out in the field exercise trying to do something with another team, and then
field exercise in the Scottish Highlands. They're wandering around, and they're at a campfire, and they're sharing war stories. And suddenly, a cow falls from the sky and lands there. And they start running around, and they start getting chased by werewolves. They run into a woman, and they
run into a woman. She takes them back to this farmhouse. There's fucking werewolves outside, and they're trying to. It's like their last standoff hold with the werewolves. Werewolves kind of get in. They, pick off a couple of them, and then they realize they're all in the barn. So they're going to drive this car into the barn and blow up the car.
Well, Sir Davos the whole time was going to turn into a werewolf, and so he starts terrorizing inside, and they're defending themselves from the werewolves that are trying to break inside. The captain finally turns on the gas and blows up the house, but that doesn't finish him off, and then the last guy has a fight in the basement, and then he blows it up. No, they're out.
all right,
Yeah! So the girl's a werewolf.
pretty good, and the girl was a werewolf.
And
the whole time.
the house was her family's.
House was her family's. Wow. So this is movie number 2 of It's Not a Phase. Werewolf movies.
Werewolf movies.
Austin, you picked this film.
I did pick this film.
Tell us about you picking this film.
Had you seen this?
I had not seen this.
Okay.
It had been on my radar and in my Googling of what kind of werewolf movies are out there outside of the ones that are at the top of my head. This one kept popping up. A lot of people really, really enjoyed it. And I was like, you know what? This sounds fun. Because then I saw that letterbox still. And we had proper, tall, bipedal, furry boys.
Yeah.
And I was like, after last week with those pig monsters, I need to bring this back home with some proper fucking werewolves.
Yeah, you see that image and you're like, I can't not
This
have this.
werewolf design is like peak werewolf design. This is what I want out of a werewolf design.
Mm-hmm.
I want them fucking gigantic. I want furry boys, dog face, long creepy fingers with long nails,
Smooth skin.
big,
They got smooth bodies.
They got smooth bodies.
smooth, sexy, svelte bodies. I want a six pack. I want a fucking donger hanging. That's the werewolf I need
Was there
to
a donger?
finish.
Some of them had what looked like dongers. Some of them did not.
dongers.
No, I mean,
You
dongers were more like in my head, like in my
Did you
heart.
say emotional? Were you about to say emotional?
They were emotional.
Emotional dongers?
They were emotional
support
dongers.
dongers.
They were dongers in my heart. I'm just saying if I was designing a werewolf, it would pretty much be that, but with a massive hog. Like throbbing, wet, massive, red hog.
Big veiny bastard.
Yeah, red too.
Dripping.
Red.
Yeah.
Proper dog dick.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
it's
Big
like,
veiny
it
red
looks
dog
like weird and uncircumcised kind of.
So like rods.
Stop, guys. We gotta stop.
Oh, wow.
So I saw that werewolf, and people liked the movie, and I was like, we're gonna watch that. That's how I came.
And
into
did
it.
you like it?
I did like it. I really did like it. I think there's a lot in the lore that I love. I mean, fucking werewolf action. I mean, what else do you need?
Yeah.
I think I to be fair, I felt its length at times. Yep. I was like, this doesn't need to be an hour 45. We could be closer to 90 and still knock it out.
They do a lot with the war storytelling stuff.
Yeah.
Like the interactions of the soldiers themselves, they hang on those moments.
Which
a lot.
which at least does serve a purpose, right? Like it's making the it makes the audience like latch on to them as characters and care about them more while they're sharing those war stories.
That jump scare, that cow jump scare.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Having said that, this time I cackled when that happened
yeah.
because it's a cow, right?
Yeah.
This movie actually this time around for me, like it was a lot funnier than I remembered.
It's a funny movie.
My favorite joke, I think the girl says, lycanthropes. You what? What? Yeah, it killed me. Yeah, it's got this very like dry. It's the dry British sense of humor going on with this movie, but it was weird. I don't know.
But like some of the other homies are funny. Like Spoon is funny.
Yeah.
I love Spoon.
That was my favorite joke. Was that Matrix reference?
I know. I was like, that's just
I
a
was like-
Matrix pull.
I was sitting here. I'm like, wait, this came out after. That's definitely a Matrix reference. That's fantastic.
I think I missed this.
yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
did
after
too.
Spoon bites it, the captain or whatever says, "There is no spoon."
Oh, really?
Yeah, they say, "Where's
that's
spoon?"
great. I
There
missed
is no
that.
spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, funny movie.
There's a light self-awareness to this that I think exists, and that for me, I had to subscribe to that. Otherwise, it's weird. It's like almost too weird at times. Because especially with the ending where he uses the door, the house is blowing up, and he still uses the front door. I'm like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
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 So
Absolutely.
I'm like, wait. So now everything's been on purpose.
Well, it's
Now-
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
Right.
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
And I mean, and one thing I do like about it, at its inception, Neil Marshall designed this to be a horror war action movie. Like, so that was in its bones. He wanted this to be action heavy horror. And I think in the action set pieces, the fights, like it's a fucking spoon fist fight's a fucking werewolf.
Yeah,
and it's awesome.
Rules. It's fucking rad.
It's
fucking rad.
So like it's that balance of this is still cool, but also it's silly. You
Yeah,
know?
It's cool when it's silly, and then Austin's point, I think it does feel its length. This is actually the least I've enjoyed this movie. I've seen this movie, I think, 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah.
And this time around, I was like, because when I told Maddie that we were watching it, she rolled her eyes.
Okay.
Because I remember she watched it with me years ago. Mm-hmm. She really did not care for it. Mm-hmm. And this time around, I was like, I think I know why she doesn't care for it. I was like, 'cause at times, like, it's a little fucking boring.
Sure. And this is, I mean, I give it graded on the sliding scale of this is essentially Neil Marshall's second movie. And his first movie being nothing at all kind of like what this tries to do, but it has that like super scrappy, independent, like they just I'm surprised that it exists, let alone works 50%.
Totally.
So like even the like 20% that isn't so good, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't either. I think it's one of
know?
those things where it's like you can cut like the war stories thing. Like I get that it has a purpose, and I think the purpose works. But like you could get rid of it and other moments like that, and we would still care about the characters because they're interesting.
Because then they're all well performed.
Right,
you
exactly.
know? So like
the acting might be the strongest part of this movie.
Yeah.
I think everyone was bringing A games here.
fucking Kevin McKidd as the lead, as Cooper, he's so fucking good in this.
He's
and
fantastic.
I have not really seen him from much else. I was in Trainspotting, where he was in It Ends With Us.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
I can't tell you anything else about it. He's had a wild career, a very storied, good career. But yeah, it's just like him and Sean Pertwee bouncing off of each other, and then just Liam Cunningham, a sneaky howitzer as the special forces
it's
captain.
the special forces guy. Yeah.
You just get them looking at each other, and it's magic. Really, I mean, it's fun. It's always well performed.
Yes, super fun.
Yeah, the opening scene where he's refusing to kill the dog.
Yeah,
Totally believable. That scene was intense.
Great.
It
scene.
was.
I thought. See, but I think that's maybe that scene set the tone for a movie. For that movie, for me, I thought like, oh, this is we're going to be like this kind of intense, and then it just goes silly.
Yeah.
Immediately, and I'm like, you can't kill the dog and then
Yeah,
pull
out the
me out
gate.
to
It's
silly.
a lot.
Shoot the dog.
Yeah,
Good
a lot.
point.
Yeah, no, it's a lot, and you can tell the tonal. I think it mostly works tonally, but you can tell those tonal shifts don't always fully land, and I think that's like a director just coming into
yeah.
his voice
Just
and
holding
ability.
on to dear life.
just
I don't know
hoping.
if it was the version I was watching. Was the sound a little weird for you guys too? Like
I was
were
watching
some
a
things
crisp ass 4K.
Yeah, crisp ass 4K.
What about?
Brilliant.
I mean, even audio was fine.
Yeah, magic was
phenomenal.
perfect.
Okay, all right. Okay, then must be the version. I
Yeah,
was
what? No,
watching.
here's the problem. Okay,
Okay.
you need to start buying physical media and collecting it and having a problem.
Where
like
did
Curtis
you Where
and
did
I
you
have.
watch this, Lucas?
I have unscrupulous methods of gathering movies right now that I will not disclose I will not disclose my methods.
I watched it on.
You didn't.
His name is
You're
John Plexian.
You're a monster, and I know who made this.
Look, Cody, I have a money sink habit right now. I don't need to.
Okay, first of all, Lucas,
Yes.
Magic the Gathering is not a money sink habit. Okay? It is a way of life. and
neither
we
is
have
physical
bought
media.
8
okay?
more boosters today after
know,
I
but you
just
got
bought
a
a
deal. They were
$75 commander
I know,
deck.
but you got a deal.
That's
They were $30
$100 on Magic in a week.
You got a deal. It was $30 for the 8 boosters. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. All right. It's okay.
You got a deal.
You got a deal. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Right. And the Slither deck it made $75. But you know what? You're gonna kill almost everybody that we know with it. Okay. All right.
keep
Great.
going. Okay.
All right. Sorry guys. Keep going.
It's an investment.
So it's physical media.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I watched this on Amazon Prime.
How was it?
On
It
what?
was fine.
Okay.
Amazon Prime.
I'm sorry.
Don't tell him I want him to get there on his own.
Because this movie has looked like shit in many formats.
Oh,
I mean,
Amazon Prime.
yeah.
That's so stupid.
Amazon Prime. I'm not giving him a free plug. I did notice, like, I don't know if the 4K is better, but like, it's pretty like noisy.
It is still noisy,
Okay.
but like you could tell it's.
Because I don't know. Did they shoot this digitally?
No.
Like early digital. This film?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Did you not think when it went on? I was like, wait, what year is this made? It looked so like grainy and filmy.
Yeah, yeah.
That not 2002. You know.
Yeah.
I have no
Shoot,
idea.
I'm
I
like
didn't.
16.
Curtis, did you have a
was
chance to go through any of the
16,
bonus features?
I did watch a few of them today.
I wanted
not all the ones
to.
I wanted to because I wanted to sink through it. So I watched basically the making of, which I got through production of it.
Would you like to enlighten us on any cool tidbits
Did
of
you learn
information?
cool stuff?
Basically, this film exists because Neil Marshall and his producer and anyone he worked with on this just like getting fucking hammered at the pub together and talking about ideas. Like he was
Hell
talking
yeah.
about.
That's how movies should be made.
Let's make a movie with dogs that are werewolves, and they'll run around and they'll cut a guy's fucking guts out, and we'll sew them back together, and it'll be fucking great.
That's exactly what happened.
Oi, you seen Black Hawk Down, right? Yeah. What if listen? Oh, they were fucking werewolves. Oh, I like that, but how do we get that? We don't have the money for a helicopter. We'll put it in the middle of the Scottish Islands.
Barkeep, how much money you got? We're trying to make a movie. It's like Black Hawk Down, but they're dogs.
I'll suck your dick.
That was clipped from the making of on the 4K.
That
So
is
if you
footage
like
of
that,
the conception of this film.
If you like that, you can.
I love coffee
Yeah.
tequila.
Yeah, I was going to say, that segment brought to you by Coffee Tequila.
Yeah, no, it was shot on 35.
Oh, 35. All right.
Yeah, but it is noisy. It is noisy.
I mean, it didn't bother me. I just, if you're going to
Yeah.
jerk off about your Chris Prince, I was just curious.
I didn't find mine to be noisy.
It's there.
It
Did you buy
was.
the shout version?
How about the second sight version? Noisy in a good way, like noisy in that you see the film grain noisy,
Oh, I see what you mean.
and
okay.
like in your
Very
highlights,
grainy, yeah.
you're seeing the
Got
grain
it.
and all that shit.
Yes, it was, but I thought not in a negative way.
No, not at all.
No.
I think so. Yeah.
Austin, I felt some maybe some smarm in his.
Which is pretty noisy.
You accuse him of smarm.
But yeah, they scrappily over 6 years. Neil Marshall pitched this idea to his producer homie, and so they were trying to get money for this movie for 6 years, and eventually they did. I don't know if any dentists were involved.
What was the production budget? Do you know?
I do not know. It's probably listed in here. They didn't say it on the making of.
2002.
I'll say this is. It says $2 million.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That tracks.
Yeah,
I think.
that's probably about right.
But what's really cool? Did you guys notice some of the miniatures?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I
So
did.
Neil Marshall and well, he has a little bit of a miniature background. He just like grew up loving doing that shit and building that. So like the final explosion's a miniature
Oh, nice.
of the house. So
Oh, okay.
That
and you can
great.
see
That
like the
makes sense.
truck. I was like, that's just a little truck.
That's just a little truck.
But a couple of the exteriors were miniatures of that house.
Well, I'm stupid, so they fooled me, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
They fooled me. Miniatures.
You know what did fool me was Trolls 3.
I was just gonna say miniatures made me reminded me of the crawlers when they're clearly just have Tonka trucks. And they're
yeah.
just filming a Tonka truck.
But then cutting to a real one.
Yeah.
They cut
Yeah,
back
bold.
and forth from a real one to a Tonka
so
truck.
that you as the audience could do a compare and contrast.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry, listeners. That house pinched me, but like, did anybody else feel like that was the house that they filmed 28 Days Later in?
It certainly looks like it.
It looks just like it.
They just
Oh,
built the
yeah.
facade. That was
Oh.
all the exterior of that house was just it was all scaffolding.
Oh,
behind
oh,
it.
okay.
Like there was no fucking
okay.
set there. They shot
Wow.
all the interiors elsewhere on a set.
in a house. Oh, on a set.
Yeah, but they shot it in Luxembourg.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, that explains them thinking Luxembourg in the opening credits.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they maybe got some sort of like endowment, some Luxembourgian endowment.
Oh, endowment, huh?
Yeah. You know how they give
Probably.
out arts endowment
Yeah.
for the well endowed?
Yeah. Probably because they tried to shoot this in places like Manitoba, Scottish Highlands at one point, and just turned out that Luxembourg was the best bang for their buck.
Hell yeah, Luxembourg.
And they talked about the design for these werewolves were sketched out on a napkin in one of these pubs after they'd been drinking all day.
I love that.
And
Fuck yeah.
And the guy they hired to do the
What about this one?
Why is you got such a big dick?
Oi, you forgot the dick.
Make the skin real smooth.
Oh, but what about the girl ones? Can't put a penis on the girl ones.
There is a world where this movie exists in the Snatch universe.
Yeah, it's just a fucking bunch of fucking roboties just yelling at each other about what. Yeah.
speaking pikey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, look, this movie just feels all that, but at the same, there's a joy in this movie that comes from that.
Yeah.
You know, that these moments of getting drunk in a pub and thinking about a fucking soldier plus werewolf movie. Like, fuck yeah.
I mean, well, the concept is insane, right? Like, we're gonna.
It's awesome.
It's awesome, but like, I love the notion of like, all right, so there's a team of people that are become aware of werewolves, and they're trying to capture one to make super weapons out of them.
Yeah.
But then,
Love
meanwhile, one of the people that was training to be in that special forces unit just happens to be trained, can't go because he won't kill a dog, and then happens to be doing a training mission in the same place 2 weeks later.
It's the funniest shit.
It's so insane. I love that.
Unless Game of Thrones intentionally brought him there to use him as bait because he hates him.
What?
Like the special ops guy? You're saying it's crazy that they were in the same place.
Oh! I see what you're saying.
He definitely
could
set
have,
up that whole thing.
Yeah. The training exercise was there to be bait.
No, I know.
So
but like,
maybe he brought him there because he hates him because he wouldn't shoot that dog.
And he
really wanted to see him shoot the dog.
that absolutely
That's
is
his
what
kink.
it is. But that concept is crazy. I love
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
That's the only thing. The only thing that comes from a long night of Irish and Scotch and Boddingtons.
Yeah.
Another great joke was
And chips.
They're held up in the house, and the girl gets on the piano and starts playing Claire de Lune.
Yeah.
I would have been fucking anything else right now.
I will note that
Any other piano song.
when that happened, I had this realization that like I don't think I've ever seen a movie where there's a piano that an actor doesn't play. You know what I mean?
It's Chekhov's pistol. If you put the piano on the floor,
Yeah,
you got to
someone
play.
has
Claire
to
de
play.
Lune's got to fucking play.
Yeah.
Claire de Lune or Swan Lake, you're getting one of them.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, it's funny the budgetary stuff that you see shine through is like in the opening scene you see a couple of the other special forces homies, zero through the rest of the film. It's just Sir Davos and what turns out to be just special effects bodies when they need to be bodies. Like, you don't see. I mean, actually, there are a couple scenes where there's like another guy with him. But the funniest shit to me was when he gets attacked. he's just out middle of the night, surveying with his night vision goggles, just looking around, and then swipe, he gets attacked. I was like, this is great. I love this. He's just skulking around the woods with his fucking night vision goggles. It's great.
As one does.
As you
But
do.
If you had him, you wouldn't.
Oh, absolutely.
What else do you do with them?
Fucking
You skulk around, you look at stuff. That's about all you can do with it.
There was a line where they're sitting down with each other at the table in the house, and the women, they're talking about like they're realizing that werewolves are real, and she looks over to the guy and she's like, "What else? If they're real, what else is real?" I have a list of what might be real in this world of dog soldiers: bat ninjas, raven knights, crocodile Vikings, boar Mongols, and ape samurai. These are all real now.
You just racked off a bunch of movies we're going to make. That's what I know.
Were you dead sober when you watched this?
Dead sober.
I love that so much.
That's phenomenal.
When she said that line, I'm like, I'll tell you what's real.
What's funny about that, Lucas, is this was intended to be the first of a series of movies.
Just like where they just do other lycanthropes.
Where they do it, Kevin McKidd's character would leave, and either Neil Marshall said he had one idea was like just do a different monster every time, right? So like Bat
that's
Ninjas
kinda
or whatever.
awesome.
I'm like, that is fucking cool.
That's pretty rad.
Then he had a more direct idea follow up where he ends up in an insane asylum like the day after this, and the guy, the hiker from the beginning's there, and he's a werewolf, and then shit ensues inside the asylum.
I like that.
But yeah, so that theoretically was that was the intention of that line.
And a sequel.
fuck
and
yeah.
a sequel did come out.
Wait, what?
There's a sequel to this. Yeah.
There's a sequel to Dog Soldiers?
Yeah. There's a sequel.
Really?
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Shut
Sure.
the fuck up.
Yes.
What's it called?
No, he's telling you to shut the fuck up. We're talking about something else now.
It's not in the section where it should be in
More Dog
Letterboxd.
Soldiers? There's a sequel section?
DAWG Soldiers.
Apocalypse Now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Dog Soldiers Fresh Meat was the name, but it never actually came out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So there was almost
Interesting.
A movie.
Yeah, there was some. Yeah.
So I guess we talk about almost movies on this show now.
Interesting.
Yeah, they've announced prequels and several sequels, but it looks like nothing's ever
I just
actually
pitched
come
5.
out. My bad.
Yeah. He just pitched 5 of them. So
I would
they're
watch
out-
a sequel
they're
to
on the
this.
internet.
I would watch, or a remake, or
100%.
just this idea again.
Neil, if you'd like, fly us out there, and that's the only money that you need to spend to have us produce your film.
That's it.
We'll do it. We'll make Bat Ninjas.
Did you hear us talk about how, reenact the way that you came up with the movie? Wasn't it perfect?
Looked perfect to me.
It was exactly how it happened. Think
was
about what will happen if we talk about Bat Ninjas.
Yeah, and you think you got drunk that night. Wait till you put me in the picture.
And have coffee, liqueur, tequila.
so threatening.
Put me in the
Sounded
picture.
Very foreboding. Yeah.
We have another movie that we've covered on this show to thank for, if not this movie existing, Sean Pertwee being involved, and that's Event Horizon. Because he was in Event Horizon, and apparently Jason Isaacs knew about this movie trying to happen, and he slipped him the script, or he gave him Neil Marshall's contact and got him.
Oh, that's
involved in
awesome.
it. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
hell
thank
yeah.
you, Jason Isaacs.
Thank you, Jason Isaacs,
Hell yeah.
for your service.
So I have questions.
Yes. I have questions too.
Do we know how the lore works?
Not at all.
No.
That was like a thing I had with the movie. I was like, are they ever going to figure out how werewolves work?
Yeah.
No. My biggest issue with this movie is that it's like, wait a minute, why hasn't she been a werewolf?
Gee, I guess she held
Yeah.
it in. I guess you can hold it
Can you hold in a fart for that long?
But
though?
also, like, yeah, the lore's all over the place. But also her line about, like, oh, I just wanted to see if maybe you were way out. But there is no way out. And it's like, what? Way out of what?
what way out?
How do you
Yeah.
need him? What, you can't drive away from your family? Like, I don't understand what
was it
he's gonna...
was it a sex thing? Like, what's
what
going
he's
on?
Gonna, maybe if you get fucked, you don't be a werewolf anymore? Is that a thing?
It could be. You want to find out?
Yeah, make me a werewolf first. Let's just practice for when I am a werewolf. But yeah, like that, like I don't know what he's supposed to do for her to save her from this existence, and also like you can change whenever, or you can like delay it. Maybe it's like holding in a shit.
Maybe.
Because that's kind of what they said in the movie. They alluded
Yeah,
to like
yeah, a
holding
little
in a
bit,
shit.
actually.
Like you can hold it for a while, but eventually,
Yeah.
Oh, they
you're
did.
gonna- you're gonna shit your
I guess they
pants.
did allude to that. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Which
suppose
is a new take. I'm okay with that. I mean, it's certainly better than like that Twilight shit where they're just like flip flop, flip flop. Those are not werewolves, by the way. They're shapeshifters.
I'm okay with that, but like the full.
If you choose to do it willy nilly, you're not a werewolf. Werewolfism is an affliction. It's a disease. It's an inconvenience. They're shapeshifters.
I'm cool with that, but like the full moon thing was a little bit like of a question mark at
Yeah,
times.
because it was
right?
daytime.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes.
Yes. Also had a
They're
problem with the
running
daytime. Like when they first encounter them, it's daytime.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
In the past, I haven't
like it.
focused on this as like the consistency of or the inconsistencies of this. But this time I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm curious because I mean these movies, as we're coming to find out and as we know, like are very lore focused. Like it's more so than even vampires. Like werewolf movies are about like how you deal with being this cursed thing.
Yeah,
You know?
and in this case, the only thing that was kind of felt consistent was that like you become a werewolf when you are attacked by one and you do not die, right? But you suffer
Yeah.
from a flesh wound.
Yeah.
Which okay, great, stay consistent. But like when the dude from Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
when he changes, that was the only one that felt like, okay, you can't hold it in anymore and suddenly you're changing, right? Whereas the girl, it was more like,
Yeah.
did you just decide to turn it on?
Yeah, because it's been full moon and nighttime for
Right.
a while, and you didn't get
But-
turned in
But maybe
these
because
last
it's
couple nights.
maybe
or
because
whatever?
it's your family that like
Yeah.
you have an easier time controlling.
That
like,
reminds me.
where
Did they not have a
Dracula?
super weird moment where they're like, "Women suck"? Do you remember that exchange of dialogue?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what are we saying?
Yeah.
They're like, we're just all bitches. And maybe they were
She
going
says
for the
that, yeah.
weird bitches joke.
I think so.
Yeah.
But it they were just
Doesn't
like we
land.
just
Yeah. She's
we
like,
gotta
I
set
am the
I
bitch.
just want to do this joke. We're gonna
We'll find a way.
Yeah.
It doesn't land.
Yeah. She's like, no, you're right. I am a bitch. I am the bitch or whatever. Is what she says. It was weird. And that turn was definitely one you like raise your eyebrow at. Like, I don't know about this. And, but everything else is so cool. You're like, fuck it.
I know. I do really love the lore of the idea of like the family that lives in the little cottage.
That's great.
And they've been
great.
werewolves forever. And
Yeah.
they just live out there. And
Super fucking cool.
Be a werewolf. Which, like, look, if you're gonna be like, they're pretty responsible werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no problem with them.
But-
Like I say, just run out the clock, find daylight. You don't need to kill them.
Yeah.
They're doing what you do what you got to do,
You're in their house.
But actually, at that rate,
right?
they don't. Do they ever really explain then why the werewolves are trying to hunt these people? If she has let them in her house, they're destroying their own house.
Well, they're werewolves. You don't have full
I guess.
control.
Yeah, I don't know. 'Cause does she want to get away? Like,
She did.
It's not like
or she was fucking with them. I don't know.
it's not. Well,
Yeah.
my sense was that no, she's not trying to get away. She was trying to lure them and trap them there
yeah.
as bait. But like for food
I assume
to
food.
make more werewolf. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like why? Right? Like that.
Yeah, but
like,
you let them fuck up your house.
fuck
Like,
up
fucked
your
up
house. Yeah, fucked up your house more than Joe Bego's fucked up his apartment.
You
for
straight
that
up
movie.
you straight up made them blow up that barn.
Yes.
You ain't got a barn anymore.
I feel like if I'm a werewolf, I'm not. Why furnish your house? I think you'd have to have like a rumpus house.
Saying you want just like soft.
yeah.
soft
I think
landing.
you'd have
Maybe
to
that's
have
why
your
they went to the barn. That was like their like
rumpus room.
yeah.
To like be a werewolf.
Yeah, there's like the
Oh,
hay
yeah.
and like their dog house.
Yeah.
You know,
They can
maybe
just-
that's what that
Like
was.
a where the
Okay.
wild things are rumpus room.
Yeah. Like if I'm a werewolf, I'm gonna have like my 3 weeks house, and then that full moon week, I have the rumpus house where I
Yeah.
go out and rumpus.
Because they
around.
were or were not gathering there.
It's
They were not. She told them they were, but she lied
yes.
Okay.
to trick them.
But they
into
were
blowing
in
up
there
their,
at one point.
blowing up
because he
their
was trying
house?
to-
Yeah,
They were
maybe
in
it wasn't
there at
their
one point.
house.
It was insurance fraud.
Ah,
That's what it was.
long game
bitch.
werewolf.
Jake from
exactly
State
what it
Farm.
was.
It's true. They even set up. I mean, none of them survived, but they set up the survivor army guy to be a crazy when he comes out. You know, the headline on that newspaper is "Werewolves ate my squad" or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's like no one believes that guy.
Yep, it's insurance fraud. So the werewolves came out on top.
But like none of that makes any sense to me. But I like what's
No.
interesting is that like as you're watching it for at least up until this time, I've never thought about any of this. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
this is just cool shit happening at me.
Yeah.
And I'm totally open to it. Falling asleep here and there, but totally open to it.
Yeah, you just take it for what it is. It's just werewolves and soldiers. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the movie. I understand.
I
We're gonna
wonder
do that.
I wonder if there's
Oh,
like sorry, go ahead.
I just remembered that a werewolf shoots a shotgun.
Yeah.
See,
yeah,
I want
fuck
more of
yeah.
that. With the title "Dog Soldiers," it should be "Dogs and Soldiers," not "Dog Soldiers," because it like that title suggests like, oh, I'm gonna see a werewolf with a full kit M4 running around, chomp swipe, chomp swipe, you know, and with the bandana like fucking like John Rambo. Like I kind of want one of those guys.
That's
but
a
it's all
sick
right.
fucking movie.
right?
Dude, that is a sick
Sylvester
fucking movie.
Stallone is a werewolf, but
That's a sick fucking movie.
Sil,
But yeah, I'd fire
call
the
us.
shotgun.
I know you're
Hey,
listening.
we brought Secret Predator into fruition. Fucking John Rambo werewolf.
yes. Yes.
Because I had asked, I was like, does this movie have anything deeper to like sneaky say? You know, they're just a group of grunts.
I mean, maybe there's some
Just
sort
want
of
to kill these things, but especially watching some of the making of, I'm like, these guys just wanted to make a cool movie.
I think it's
Yeah.
just a cool movie. For
I
the sake of
think,
making
yeah,
a cool
it
movie.
may be lightly with the whole, like, we have a special ops team, and this is this, and the special ops team is supposed to do some shitty shit.
yeah, some
you
sort of
know-
Is there
military-
any like anti-government or anti-military?
Think
or-
lightly.
and like making him kill the dog? Is that some sort of thing? That
Yeah.
means something more. But
No, I think
I
it was
don't
just
know.
a kind of a like, we're going to throw a bunch of fucking dog
Yeah.
werewolves at you.
And I don't even think you get anything accidental. Like, I don't think anything snuck through. Like, that they didn't intend on being like gross or cool or whatever. It's just kind of a plain. This is what
it's
this is
just a
what it
good
is.
time.
Oh, and I love so much that the Sean Pertwee character, like, he's gutted early. Like his guts are out.
Yes.
Like that's always a surprise. You're like, oh fuck.
Oh, and the dog chewing on him?
Yeah. Which I realized this time I thought he was showing the guts. I think he's showing his bandage.
Oh,
So I was like,
that
I
makes
did
a lot
think
more
before
sense.
that he was
I thought
showing
it
the
was
guts.
pulling on his intestines.
I love the notion though that like they saved that man's life for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I love that as like a we can make this work in the middle of the Scottish Highlands.
Yeah, they glued
Right.
his stomach together.
Yes.
Glued them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what you
That
do.
it's so good. 'Cause he like theoretically should die so early, but that
yeah.
character survives the rest of the film.
You know you can't just like shove your guts back in there.
I
You can
wonder
but
what that feels like.
And like they'll rearrange themselves.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy?
that is very strange.
You can just fucking because they do when they do like surgery, they just like pull them all out, and they just like when they put them back, they're just like stuffing like you waited too long to pack. They're just like
it's true.
shove it in, sew it up,
Yep.
and it'll like one scene in this movie that actually really got me was the like sword in the mouth.
Yeah,
yeah.
dude. And he's
Oh, the
going through his
tooth?
teeth.
That
yeah.
teeth scrape.
Fucking
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it's great. It's so grating. Yeah.
Oh, great! So it's always a
good
success if a movie can make me go. Ugh.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Is there anything else to say about Dog Soldiers?
I don't think so.
You know, I don't think so.
It's a solid little time.
Let's fucking rate this bitch.
Rate this bitch.
Oh,
This she bitch.
sure.
No, it's not Stirba.
I give this film one Yowja. Because it's basically Predator, but with werewolves, and it's awesome.
I give this movie a baker's dozen of dead wolf dogs
Okay.
because a baker's dozen is better than a dozen.
It's bigger. He's learning numbers.
It's all about counting tonight. We've
Yes,
discussed
it is.
this. It's a really, really cool, fun, good time. Maybe overstays its welcome. Maybe has some crazy nonsense that doesn't make any sense at all. But it's really fucking cool at all times.
God, that werewolf looks so good.
It looks so fucking cool with the smooth skin, smooth, supple skin,
Slick body.
with that. Yes,
Slick body and huge red donger.
I'll give Dog Soldiers 1,000 gallons of Vaseline to rub all over those slick werewolf bodies. Because, like, as we just said, it's just cool as shit. This is maybe my favorite design for a werewolf ever.
Right?
Maybe. And I love so much that early on, like, you could tell they have the goods with the design because you're only getting flashes of it. You're like, oh, that I want to see more. That looks good.
Yeah.
Why can't I see more? And then you get more later. So it's just like, I think it's really excellent planning, like to shoot it like you're frantically running from them, barely see them. Then you get a lot more of them later. I'm just happy.
Dude,
we
with
got
that
more.
first shot when they go in when it gets in the bedroom and he's
Oh,
just
I know.
standing
And
there.
just stands up.
He's just so tall. Oh, so tall and so smooth.
supple.
I will give Dog Soldiers a very well thrown and placed flashbang that blows up and seemingly has no effect because the intention was and the execution was there. It was like you threw it perfectly. And the call all kind of didn't matter. So it was good.
Hell
It was a
yeah.
good flashbang.
Yeah.
Flashbangs are cool, but when they don't do the thing that they wanted to do, then it's kind of like meh.
Right.
Hell yeah. SHUDcast approved!
Approved.
Yes.
Approved.
Wow.
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 That means we're moving on to week 3 of It's Not a Phase!
Whose turn is it?
Lucas's.
It's me.
Oh, it's Lucas's.
It's me. And I did a lot of research.
Wow.
I looked at.
That means Cody has to bring it up.
Well, apparently there's one that was on a list that I created already that Curtis was hoping that I would pick, but I have no idea what one that was, and it's given me anxiety for like 2 weeks now. Actually, that's
one-
not true. I forgot about it, then remembered last night, and then got anxiety again.
I'm going to text you every day.
Don't.
This one is from 2011. It's directed by a man named Juan Martinez Moreno. The Spanish title is Lobos de Arga. And the English title is Game of Werewolves.
Game of Werewolves.
Game of Werewolves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Fucking
Wow.
hell yeah.
Have you heard of this?
I don't think so.
No, I've
Wow.
never heard of this.
New to all of us.
New to
Holy
all
shit.
of us. Okay.
Wow.
Game
I'll
of
read the
Werewolves.
synopsis real quick just
Yeah.
so you can.
Just quickly, is this a movie that we can actually find?
Watch feasibly.
I didn't do that much research.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Let's find out. We may have to.
It might not
that's a
be
good
this movie. Well,
Probably
Lucas
should.
picked an
Probably
unwatchable film.
God.
He wins.
Damn it.
He won the SHUDcast.
Sorry, Lucas. Do you have a runner-up?
It's so funny to me that you went to the extent to find something like this, Curate, and you didn't think, can we watch this?
And I only flagged it because I saw that like on Letterboxd that on where to watch it just said Amazon, and I was like, I have played this game where I find a movie that I'm stoked to watch, and it has the Amazon logo, and then I go to find it, and it is not there.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've had that too. That's why I call them Amazon. They don't get the free plugs
Okay.
until you fix your shit.
Oh, okay. We're back in. It's a powerhouse. Don't think we talked about
I
it.
don't think we've talked about it.
Do you want me to preview
Yes.
and tell
Can you tell me if we've talked about it?
Like done this movie,
Wait.
or has one of us watched it?
Hold on. I think we have talked about this movie.
What do you?
How do you not know if we've talked about this movie?
Because we've done like over 100 episodes. Hold on.
I could list them all right fucking now.
Have we? What?
Audition, Ichi the Killer.
Curtis, I think I asked you about this at one point. Hold on.
What other werewolf movies have we covered?
No, we have not.
Yeah,
we have not done this one.
This is legal.
No, this is one that I've thought about doing multiple times and have not done. So it
This
is fair
one
game.
I need to see.
Fair game.
This is one I need to see.
And it's you haven't seen this?
Nope.
Oh, yes. Great.
So then we're doing.
Ginger snaps.
Fuck yeah, we are. We haven't done Ginger Snaps.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
See?
But it was like
It's
so.
it's one that we like maybe should have done this whole time.
But you haven't seen it?
Yeah.
I've not seen
Well,
it.
then how could we have done an episode?
That's what I'm saying.
He outed himself.
Give me more coffee tequila.
Why did we have to think so
Jesus
long?
Christ.
Don't drink too much. We got
Very funny.
Game of Commander to play.
That's right.
We're
that's right.
Elder Dragon Highlander.
we're stressed out, guys, so we're losing our brain power.
Yeah.
But we love you, and this is our little solace. I hope
Yeah.
it's your little solace.
We love you the most. Next time. You are getting a fucking couple of great guests on this show. We do this once a year, it seems.
If you tell more people about the show, then we'll get other cool people on the show.
Yes,
Hell yeah,
we'll
we
get
will.
so many other awesome people.
Hell yeah, we will.
And who knows? In a week from now, we may have to broadcast this out of some kind of like pirate ham radio station on
Maybe.
a boat in the middle
Who
of an
knows?
ocean.
Exactly. This might be the last free and fair podcast.
We could be canceled for all the times that we've spoken negatively about him.
Might be.
If you're a listener, and if you don't live in the United States of America, can we live with you?
Please.
Please let us know.
We
in
all-
ways I will not describe to you.
We have cats and dogs and significant others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us.
Yeah,
I will prioritize the dog.
and mouths, if you know what I'm saying.
and beholds and very detailed drawings of werewolf dicks. So we're a catch.
Till fucking next time. We love you.
We love you.
Watch Ginger Snaps. Woo!